Hey, what's up? Sorry, I'm still setting everything up. Hope you're doing well. There we go. Sorry for the music weirdness for everyone on the Twitch end. I was trying to get the music widget to work and just had to reset the buffer. And hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's currently 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and I am pretty sick. I'm not sure if I have a migraine or something like that. I've had a really bad headache ever since yesterday, actually, at the start of yesterday's stream. No clue what's causing it. I've taken medicine. I've taken it really easy today. I'm only streaming one because I want to, but two, um, we're going to be having a lot of days off coming up because I'm moving into my new apartment. So good to, kind of like, if I can, push through it a little bit. So we'll have a very, very much more calm stream. I may even put chat in like slow mode or something. Um, just so we can all focus on, doing something that we love. Not really high octane or anything. But yeah, without any further ado, let's get warming up. Nothing really of note today. In fact, a very lazy day. I didn't even work on the lesson videos, which I feel a bit guilty about, but I'm not gonna. If I'm streaming, I'm not gonna give myself too much crap about that. Following, I haven't worked out either, but and I didn't eat last night because I felt pretty bad as well. But you can't hear the music, yeah. So we only play music on the Twitch stream, over on Twitch, because of how YouTube's DMCA and content ID systems work. So it kind of works out that if you like listening to the music I play on stream, then you can tune into Twitch, and if you don't like it and you want to listen to your own music, you can tune on YouTube. It's a win-win. That's like the main reason why I stream on both platforms. Honestly, Twitch has a better streaming experience. It's much easier to do, manage everything. But I go to YouTube because I want to keep the VODs and the recordings of all the streams. What are we drawing? We are warming up right now, so I'm gonna do my typical box, some ellipses, a sausage form, or an organic form. Just enough to like just kind of get my wrist warmed up. A little bit of my mind just used to all these lines, and just to slow down because like warming up isn't just about warming up your wrist or your muscles or even your mind per se, but like I mean this kind of falls under the thing of the mind. It's like kind of calming down. It could be very easy to walk into a drawing very distracted. Unfocused or impatient. So a warm up can help slow us down, for better or for worse. All that drawing a 40 cube, huge. Sounds like a lot of fun, a nice little challenge. But yeah, since I do have a really bad, I'm not sure if it classify as a migraine yet or anything. I will, if I'm feeling really bad, I'll just end the stream early. Probably won't, but I'm gonna take it a lot slower, a lot more chill. Probably not much talking. It's gonna just be kind of a hangout stream. Get some work done. And speaking of, actually, here, wait. I'll be right back. Cool. Back. Sorry about that. Was making sure the AC. Oh, my timer didn't pause. Huh. My AC was not going to try to boil me as we were drawing because it has a tendency to do that, and that's probably the best way for me to give myself a headache, which is drawing while it's warm or like hot. I don't want it to be like muggy when I'm trying to focus. That's probably one of the worst feelings ever. You draw like a robot, so mechanical. Thank you. Lots and lots of practice. Gesture and, learning the more flowy stuff will be a fun experiment. I mean, we did draw tons of animals and stuff, so we did get used to extremely organic forms, but it's crazy to think that there's like, I mean, 2 years is practically nothing in terms of like how long the masters have been drawing, right? The best of the best, but um, how much my line work has improved of working at it every day, and yet how much more I have to learn, to be even like hold even a light. Oh my gosh, to even hold a light up to these masters. Hey, what's up, Bear? How's it schmoving? I absolutely love the nerd mug drawing. I think it went perfectly. Don't know why I did such big lines right there, but I did. Hello. Glad you liked the nerd mug and hope you didn't see the previous one. Oh, there was a previous one? Bear, I have to see it. I have to see this, Bear. Huge, huge, huge. Here, wait, I'll lurk in the Archer chat and you can delete it again if you want. I scared myself when I drew it. I get that feeling. You don't have to send it, by the way, if it's too silly. I completely understand it. This is why I have my like little sketchbook and stuff, so like I can experiment, because like every decent gravel drawing, which there's not plenty of, but ones that I really think out in advance, um there's like 8 renditions and studies beforehand. The little piano riff right there reminded me a lot of the that one Vinland Saga song. Uh-oh, Bear Mug is typing. Let's see this. Oh god. Those eyes. I love it though. That's great. I think that, yeah, the only part that really gets me is the eyes. Oh, it's this song. Let's go. Fan favorite. I'm the fan, and it's my favorite. Uh, the downside to kind of being bedridden all of today is, I was just kind of YouTube maxing. I wasn't doing anything but like some light chores, and then that, uh, as I started watching like a lot of controversial videos on YouTube, not like the videos themselves are controversial, but like the topics covered in them. They're like heavy, hard to think about topics about like the world or things like that. And like I was like, shoot, I should probably stop watching these because I'm just bedridden, and that's just gonna make me feel worse and have more of a headache. Tried so hard not to watch YouTube today. It was really tough. Hey, shout out. Shout out that you were able to accomplish that. That you tried in the first place. Maybe I'll actually jump on your guys's I don't want to say a trend in like a reductive way, like just, you know, that you guys are making this healthy life choice. Jump with your guys' trend of reducing YouTube. Yeah, I was just staring at the thumbnails, like drooling, just like scrolling through them. Uh, I don't need it. I don't need it. It's tough because I need YouTube educate, like in an educational sense. It is like part of my education, which sounds tough, and it makes no sense that I pay lots of money to go to university where I'm using YouTube as a primary resource for education. Anyways, um, I need it in that sense, and I also need it for my hobby, which is being a YouTuber. Barely. I don't post videos. Uh, but yeah. Oof. My ellipses are still really weird. Still watch the educational value. I just need to be better at catching myself when I am binging. Yes. Truth. In fact, what if I made a YouTube extension where it only gives you videos that are like, it would be so hard to filter it because I want to draw the line between like education and then like political content, right? What I mean by like political content can be educational in the sense that learning about current or recent world events is very important. But like I want like non-controversial, still good for the brain stuff. If I could have like an extension for that, like Astrum, or actually I'm not a huge fan of Astrum's most recent content. Um, but like, or you know, space videos, ocean documentaries, cool things about math that I've never heard of and never will like apply to anything. Art education, stuff like that. I have separate channels for art specifically and slop for another. That makes sense. Maybe I should cordon like make a new, because I do use the Kavel account as strictly art. Sometimes like gaming seeps in there, and maybe it's because I've accidentally clicked like a gaming video on the Kavel account. I wish YouTube provided a means to control the content that you want to see. Other than messing with the algorithm, which is like, that's a bit weird that if we want to watch a specific kind of content, we can't click a box or do anything about it. We have to start watching and engaging with videos of that topic explicitly and not others. I just paused my history. Oh my gosh. I completely forgot you could just pause your history. I don't get why people want to curate their recommendations. That makes so much more I curate my recommendations in the sense that like I want to see new content and from stuff I've never seen before, but of the similar genre. If that makes sense. That's the reason why I would like quote unquote game the algorithm. But I completely forgot that's an option. You could just pause the search history or the YouTube history. I'm those people that cycle through channels I watch, but it'd be helpful if you want to learn about stuff. True, true. Because I got I'm not gonna say it because it's a political video, and I'm not gonna talk about that stuff on stream. But like a really amazing channel. It was the first time like I liked a video, but I had like the fervor of like I like this video, not just like liking it because I want it to be in my liked videos playlist or I want to just show support. Oof. Like most like whenever I see animations on YouTube, I always like it because like I know how important liking and engaging and interacting with this content is for smaller creators. I completely understand it. It's rare that I like a video. Actually, no, not rare, but I'd say I do that more than like, oh, I actually like wholeheartedly love this. And there is immense overlap between seeing animations and loving them and liking them, right? I have the Nerd Mug Evil on my second monitor and I need to close it because it's just staring at me as I do these. Nerd Mug's gonna appear in my dreams tonight correcting me on like spelling. It's my own Jeff the Killer. My own little introduction into the pasta space. I hope pasta space explodes because of that. I've never heard it before, and I really hope that's the. You weren't a creepypasta person. No, I was. I was definitely a creepypasta kid. SCP creepypasta. I won't say I was a kid when analog horror started popping off. Like Local 58 happened when I was a bit more into my teens. In fact, I'd consider Local 58 to be a bit more like highbrow than some of the creepypastas out there, or like SCP 420. Like, dude, there's always going to be those joke and kind of poorly written stories. That's why I absolutely love the evil Sonic, evil Mario crawls out of my television and killed me in real life. Like I love stuff like that. It's so funny to me. Because at one point I probably did think that was scary. Especially like I said, Herobrine. Does Herobrine count as a creepypasta? I didn't even when I first heard about Herobrine, I just thought he was like a glitch in the game. And I never heard of that like whole like sub group of people who are like, it's not his dead brother. And I'm like, what? Like I never heard of this. No, I wasn't like a Sonic EXE kid or anything, but not that that's specifically a kid. Oh gosh. Line works a bit shoddy tonight. Whenever I played Minecraft PE, yeah, Pocket Edition, the short radius, yeah. No. Yeah. My sister and I would get like so freaking scared all the time. And hey, I mean that formed such great memories. So I wish modern day Minecraft was creepy, but it really isn't. And maybe that's just because I'm an adult playing that sounds funny, adult playing Minecraft. Like I grew up with the game. But like all the game is to me now is nostalgic and pretty. The music is great. It's both beautiful and, like I said, nostalgic. I always have shaders on, which just make it look so unique. And Faithful X32, Faithful X30 64 people kind of freaked me out. Um, like I would say, modern day Gmod is creepier than modern day Minecraft. I'm not going to say the L word, but it's because of that. Anyways, cool warm up. My ellipses are still a bit funky. We're going to head to BRB, run 2 minutes of ads. Yay, ad time. I'm going to take a big swig of water, look at myself in the mirror until my headache goes away. And then we'll do our final cylinder of this page, I think. Maybe we have no, yeah. Anyways, be right back. Welcome back from ads, everybody. I got a text earlier today, and it's, hey, I'm this person from this company. And it's like YouTube streaming or something. And I was like, that's weird. I've never given out my personal phone number for like streaming. I've never given out any phone number or contact information for like sponsorships or anything like that. So definitely a scam. Like, I already know that. But it was like, we're hiring YouTube content creators, which is weirdly specific. I feel like that isn't a common scam that people would fall for. But I digress. And they're like, we're looking for content creators. And it said minimum monthly pay is $8,650. 8.6K per month for YouTube stuff that you don't even know me? What the heck? Charlie and Ace, welcome. A channel that I don't own and my siblings ones got copy striked. I'm gonna try to do something with this. I'm very sorry to hear. And yeah, welcome to YouTube DMCA. I really hope that can get resolved, but typically, knowing YouTube, it's quite difficult. Sounds legit. Yeah, here, wait, let me. It looked ChatGPT'd too, because it has like a ton of emojis. We're hiring YouTube content assistants for remote part-time or full-time positions, work from home, one-on-one training, daily pay $150 to $800, monthly salary approximating $8,650 minimum, $688 bonus after 3-day paid probation. You must be 20 years or older. Oh my god. I just looked at their email. Their email has like blah blah like it's at least 250 characters, but it has .appleaccount.com. That sounds so it's like tons of letters and then .appleaccount.com. Dude, get out of here. Watch, that's actually me just accidentally turning down like the streaming promotion of my entire life. Like that was my moment where I can make it big, and I'm like just crapping on them on stream. They're watching this right now. Sorry guys, get a better email. Yeah, no. And also, yeah, I'm not turning the camera yet because I'm taping the cylinder page, getting that out of the way. So far, I know I'm jinxing it, but so far my headache hasn't hurt me too much. I will probably stop talking a little bit halfway through, but how is the knee doing, Bear? How's the recovery? While I do this, boom, nice. Let's go. Don't really have much room. In fact, I don't know why I taped that corner when I should have taped this corner. My head hurts. We're gonna retape it because it's getting better, but I want to do backflips already. Heck yeah. Oh, frick, man. I'm actually not too upset because I find like the taping like kind of chill. Like it's kind of cool. I get that. I mean, must probably be pretty hard to stay off YouTube, or binge YouTube when you have a knee that's healing. I would like to be more conservative with this washi tape, but at this point, I don't really care. It makes my life so much easier for the page not to lift. Oh, magic. I'm gonna put it deep in the page because I feel like it. I'm hoping to be streaming by next Monday. That's the goal. We'll see if that's real or not. What day is next Monday? Because my roommate also moves in and I want to be helping him. The 18th. That is okay. We'll see. 18th. Thank you. Guys, streaming is so hard. That was actually kind of like, I don't mean for that to sound too my streaming is not hard. However, if you're doing stuff like freaking Dollhouse, that's hard. Or like any of the big events that Ludwig does. Boo hoo. Work streamer work. Whip crack. Johnny test a whip crack sound effect. Alrighty. Get back to streaming, streamer. Sir, yes, sir. I want to draw gravel. You know that little dude, the video of like, he's not a little dude, but the picture of the dude saluting? And it's always like, sir, yes, sir, or ma'am, yes, ma'am. I want to do that with gravel. It's on the, that's on the draw it list. So we don't have much room here because I was silly and didn't leave much room. But that's okay. We're going to do a very, very low degree, slightly tilted to the right, extremely flat ellipse, or cylinder. Ellipse too, I guess. Did you know one of Jerma's ideas was to make a Mr. Green themed casino? He didn't get to do it. Hey, he still could. You know, he's still around. Let's not give up on the idea. What is it? He's in Vegas, so he's or Los Angeles, right? No, he's in Vegas. I feel like I just made a terrible geographic. He said it was due to the complications of funding and doesn't want to shortcut it. True. Okay. And plus, I'm not sure, like, would he actually. I feel like it wouldn't be actual gambling. It would be like for funsies. It'd be like a Chuck E. Cheese, you know? Which is kind of gambling, I guess, but for children. Anyways. I remember a while ago, I was watching a stream that I didn't realize was like 6 years old or 7 years old. And in that stream, he was talking about how he wanted to make a Sims in real life, like a dollhouse, where he would like the chat would control his day to day. I was like, "Is this a bit? Like, Jeremiah, you already did this," and I realized this was the stream where he made the inception of the idea of dollhouse. And it took me aback because like, right? It took me back because like I was like, oh shoot, Dollhouse was that many years ago? What was Dollhouse? Was it 2022? Oh my gosh, Uncle K channel. Get banned, buddy. Rah. Evil streamer. Germa Dollhouse. It has a 9.1 out of 10 on IMDb. It was so August 18th through August 21st, 2021. August 18th mentioned. Oh, I timed them out? I meant to ban them. My bad. Uncle Kun. Oh, I just spat on my page. I'm photoshopping that out. I can't wait to graduate, man. That's all I can think about. I have some pretty interesting semesters coming up and some big things, but dude, I'm ready to get out. I think this sounds tough, and I'm probably just being cynical. But the only semester where I think I had like lots of fun, not saying I didn't have any other fun, was just the first semester of college. I was going to parties, I was going to, sports games, I was in tons of clubs. And I did that for a little bit of my sophomore as well, and like I had so much fun with my roommates throughout the entire time. But like the most naivete I had with college and like all of this was definitely just the first freshman semester. All of that, I think I've become like extremely cynical towards school. And like probably self-fulfilling prophecy of like, oh, I'm going to hate it. But I'm trying to beat that this semester. I'm trying to tell myself that it's going to be okay. It will be difficult for some parts, undoubtedly. I would be naive if I, didn't expect it to be that way. But I can't let like my cynicism, my in attempts to protect myself, turn into a like this cynical conflict avoidant personality. However, if you guys ever hear me unironically saying that college is easy, shoot me. Unless I'm like, college is much easier than swimming across the entire ocean 8 times. Okay. Is this square, guys? If this isn't square, I'm banning 3 halves of the entire channel. So of the 39 people following on Twitch. Also, thank you to the follow. Someone followed off the stream. Woody CXQ something, I think. That's a bad look that I don't. Woody CXT. Thank you for the follow, Woody. We've been teetering on the 40 followers mark. People have been, joining and leaving as they do. So we're getting really close. I have a friend who started streaming on Twitch after I started streaming on YouTube, and he has slightly more followers than me, so I want to beat him. And we're getting really close to that. But also, he kind of like, he hasn't been streaming much as of recent. Also, did Jim stream last week? Because she moved it twice, and I wasn't sure if I never got the notification that she was streaming that day. Or sorry, Quantum Cersei. I need to be better with that. I don't know. Oh. Well, I hope she streams this week. Because I actually will need something to watch on Friday when I'm cleaning and packing my PC. Some quantum content. Nice. It's going to be rectangular. Frick. Man, I have a bad headache. Anyways, time to draw cylinders. Dude, what was I thinking? Also, I think tonight I'm gonna start watching With You in the Rain or whatever it's called. Because I keep seeing clips of it, and at this point I'm like super inspired. Super inspired? Yeah, inspired to watch it, I guess. Of course, of course. I just need some in the midst of moving apartments and stuff, I need something just simple, feel good. Like when I first moved into my apartment, I watched Nichijou for the first time. What a because I was down there with my roommates laughing at Nichijou. Like that's a great way, a great, warming. And then I think I went from Nichijou to Vinland, so interesting segue. Or it was one or the other. Man, I've said it before, I'll say it 100 times. One of my favorite parts of the day was any of my roommates. I welcome them all the time to come watch anime with me during dinner, but really only one of them did. The other did sometimes too. But man, I'm gonna miss so much. Like we started Dandadan together, and whenever the opening for Dandadan played, we would like put down our food and start dancing, And it was just such a good vibe, especially when all three of them were down there. That's probably one of the things. It's a simple thing, and of course, I miss them just being there and hanging out with them and talking with those people. They're genuinely awesome, but that is a big part I'll miss right there. And just to further on that, because like, who's gonna stop me? These were the kind of people that like pushed me to be not different, but like, that I'm some evil, awful person, or needed to change. But they really just opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. Just interacting with people, and really, they were just so funny. So getting used to like, not that I ever contributed to the improv that much, but to change my perspective on a lot of things in the world and all of that. And I feel like I'm a much happier person because of them. How do you even meet your roommates? Yeah, so one of my roommates is a friend from high school. And we went to we didn't even know at first we're going to the same university. We weren't huge, really close friends. In fact, we even like hated each other at one point. But yeah, we figured out we're going to the same university, and then when we get our dorms, we're actually in the same dorm building. And let's call him Jake. Jake got a roommate who was like, "Hey, could you not be my roommate because I want to be with my friend?" Okay, wait. Okay, I'm gonna set this up for you guys. It sucks. My friend from high school, Jake, he had a roommate named Barry. Barry didn't want to room with him because he wanted to room with his friend from high school, Lewis. But because of that, Jake was like, heck no, I'm not going to change, my room assignment. You have to leave. He wasn't as mean as that, of course, but he was like, if you want to room with someone else, then I'm not going to, drop the roommate agreement. And so Blake was like, fine, or Barry, whatever, Barry, yeah. Anyways, we all became friends because, remembering names is so hard for me. Because Jake didn't want to swap dorms, which makes complete sense. So we met and bonded over that, and I would eventually visit the dorm every other night, multiple times per week. Anytime we would have exams, we would all go to the same boba shop, or mainly physics exams. We would go to the boba shop right afterwards, talk about it, and then we'd go to their apartment or their dorm and hang out. And at one point, we were like, "Hey, let's get an apartment," and we were like, "Yeah." And it was literally like the first apartment we toured. It was like reasonably priced, and we're like, "We're gonna go here." And the only reason we split up was because I wanted to move somewhere else, and they were everyone was totally cool. So we all just kind of went our separate ways type beat. And my new roommate I met because we just had the same class and we've always kept in touch. He's a very cool person as well. Really look up to him for his sense of like new roommate Gary. New roommate Gary, he is super funny, but like the thing I look up to him the most for is how kind he is. He's like unreasonably chill. So I consider, I mean, I had a interesting roommate interaction my freshman year in the dorms, but other than that, I've been like extremely blessed with the people I've been able to interact and share my space with. Sure, we've all had our moments, all roommates do, but it was never a dull moment in the best of ways with those guys. Yeah, enough. I'll be done glazing my roommates, but they are great people, and I really hope to God we stay in touch. I'm just remembering all the stupid stuff we've gone up to, especially in the dorms. I don't know why we behave that way. Not like we're ripping ceiling tiles off the walls or off the ceiling, but like one time, my roommates did an odds are, and they went up to a random dude's door and just started rapping for him, and he was like, "Oh, okay." It was like the most awkward thing ever. Another time, one of my roommates lost an odds are, and had to go up to a group of like 7 people and say, "Okay, guys, the fun police is here," and they all went quiet. It was so bad. It was so awful, dude. Oh, trying to remember some of the more egregious odds are that I could talk about on stream, but that was like probably one of the best. Whenever it was the last day we were all sharing together in our apartment, we went through like our favorite bits, our favorite moments with each other. And crazy in 2 years how much like we can all change and all our experiences and stuff, but I'm glad they never dropped the odds are. I was not a big participator in it. This happened in the midst of me streaming, or like, last semester, I guess is the better way of putting it. We just started randomly having an ice war with our roommates or our neighbors. It started with us throwing an ice cube at their door and ended up with like all of our ice from all of our trays. Oh yeah, no. For some reason someone had a frozen loaf of bread, which ended up like hurling that at their door. Um, yeah. No, there's no property was damaged. Very surprisingly, and I'm not just saying that because like lease agreements and stuff. Like nothing was hurt, except for my roommate did get hit in the eye with I think like a frozen piece of chicken or something, and it started bleeding. But he was cool about it. It was definitely one of those things where you get hit and like you're like starting to cry, not because like like you can't stop it. It's just because it hurts so bad and it's at your eye that like tears started flowing, and he had like like stand away for a second. I get it. I get that feeling. You're like, oh, because like I'm not mad that I got hit. We were doing something stupid, but at the same time, ow. All the times that my bike broke down, or the one time I tried racing the gate to my apartment and ended up slamming into it, and like my thumb was in a bandage for a solid week. My lines are a bit wobbly just because I'm like giggling to myself. I've said it before, but right before I hit the gate, so yeah, the gate closes like this. Um, no, it closes like this, and I was coming at it on my bike, and it closed, and my bike's brakes weren't that like they aren't perfect, and so instead of braking, I fully resolved myself in that minute to slamming in the gate at full speed. Like time slowed down, and I was like, I'm just gonna let this happen, and I freaking ate it, man. Don't do that. I called my parents afterwards because I legit thought I either like dislocated or broke my thumb, and like I couldn't tell them because I was laughing so hard at what happened. Also, that line's off. Unfortunate. Geez, what was I thinking? This line's totally off. I'll blame it on a migraine streamer. Oh, these lines are gonna be parallel. That's weird. It helps us a little bit, but yeah, I've definitely heard some horror stories. And I mean, I've had some really gross moments in my dorm. Not that my roommate was horrible, but there's a lot of moments. Like terrible roommates. I feel like maybe 50 or even like 80% of people who have had roommates like randomly assigned, they have these horror stories. But then you find you find your people, you find those whom you jive with. Why is this so off? I don't get it. Because the VP is right here, but it's like perfectly aligned, so you really Do it right there. Well, we may finish this cylinder a bit earlier than usual. Oh, wait, but we have the whole grading portion of the stream, so. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Good stuff. It is very weird seeing this line go through, but it happens. It's a very hard line to predict. Are sleep streams allowed on Twitch anymore? I feel like that's a thing they've gone pretty hard against all the explicit content, so I wouldn't be surprised. I also heard apparently a Kick streamer got banned for 999 years, which is crazy funny to me. Because like that's just insult to injury. You can just say like, "Hey, you're permanently banned." No, you're banned for 999 years. Apparently, they were like playing paintball in a park with other people in it, and they shot a random person. Which, I mean, yeah, you did. First of all, why are you doing it in just like a random park with people in it? But then, yeah, I heard the response of them where they're like, "Oh, I didn't shoot them," and then they're like, "If I did, I'm sorry." Like, whatever. That's a Germa bit. Banned for 999 years. I need my Germa scary games fix. I'll be runs through one of those soon. It is awesome how well received his newest stuff is. And not that like Germa's had a long history of playing games he doesn't like. I don't feel like that's a big thing, or I'm not sure. I can't say if it's a thing, right? But like now that he's clearly just playing stuff he wants to, everyone's enjoying it so much. Streamers having fun. He's chat's having fun. Yo, what's up, James? James, are you streaming this Friday? Sorry. Do you know if Quantum Cersei is streaming this Friday? Also, I hope you're doing well. Man, well, that's so mean. I'm so sorry. I feel like I should like ask you important questions, like how your day was, or like what are you up to, instead of are you streaming? Also, yeah, the audacity. I'm the most evil chat member ever. May have to reschedule. That's totally fine. No pressure from us. Also, I don't know why, but that reminded me of this weed story that I'm going to tell. And also another thing, but I forgot the other thing. Yeah, okay. Before I tell this story, only take drugs where it's legal and be safe about them and responsible. And only if you're, of age and all that good stuff. Please be safe. I was watching Pokemon with friends and scheduled for Friday. Gotcha. Oh, for Pokemon. Okay, gotcha. I'll try to be there. Because I'm just gonna be moving boxes, so I'll need some entertainment. But no, so weed story. The moral of the story is you do not want me to be A trip. Oh, you had a movie night? Ooh, what movie you watch? Or if that was the Pokemon movie. Anyways, you do not want me to be your trip sitter because I will scare you. I wasn't a trip sitter in this scenario, but I was with a large number of people who were consuming substances and were in an altered state, and I was not because I don't really mess with drugs or whatever. But what I started doing is I had a friend across the room. Let's call him Luke. He would like look at me sometimes, and I would I would start whispering at him and like reverse. Like I don't know, like obviously I don't know how to talk in reverse, but I'd like go like at him. Like he would start waving away the words. Like he was like doing this, like swatting in front of him as if the words, like I asked him the next day, he's like, dude, I felt like the words were attacking me. And then this isn't even the worst bit. He eventually was like sitting right next to me. We're both chilling on the floor. And there's like a full length standing mirror. And so when he wasn't looking, I put the mirror right next to me. So when he turned, he saw himself and like started. It like really got him. So yeah, don't you do not want me in the same room with you if you're high, just said. That is the end of the story. Actually, that's not true. Cause one time, my friend was like feeling a bit sick. And so I put on like a baby sensory video practically for him. Uh for some odd reason he really wanted milk, so I bought him milk, but like that made him more sick. My cousin got super drunk and my other cousin just followed her around. Some drunk spectatorship. We had our alcohol and weed discussion last stream, but if I'm gonna hang out with people, I'd rather people, they be high than drunk. Um, because like, dude, it's so much funnier, and they're so much more mellow, and you don't have to like, no, don't jump into the middle of the 4-lane road. You don't have to do that. And instead, it's like, hey, we have to get going. You can't just sit here all night. But then again, once like I said, you probably don't want me in either situation because I'll whisper curses at you. What did he say it was like? He said it was like in Doctor Strange, whenever the music notes start attacking him, it was like that. He said it was never had experience. None of my friends does any of that. Ah, makes sense. Yeah, once again, always be careful with that stuff. Only if you're of age. And if it's like the first time, make sure you're not being stupid and be safe and have someone trustworthy, not me, um, to supervise. And hey, if you're currently high right now, the cops are outside and they're wondering why your room smells like that. That's your barricade. You have like it specifically. You have a maze of books. It's all fun and games until I drop Don Quixote and like an intruder's head. like Macaulay Culkin style. This was a terrible line. That was awful. All said if I ever have a robber. There you go. What are you gonna do? Steal your books? Which is actually a thing that they could do, but like, no one's stealing books. Those are heavy and like resale value. Shot. I can't even find my money in my room. Well, there you go. Can Bella traverse it just fine? Guys, I want ramen. Oh yeah, Bear, you inspired me. I want to get some pho ga or something of the sort in these upcoming days because my hometown has wonderful Vietnamese food, really good stuff, and my college town doesn't. So I ought to capitalize on that while I'm here. Because I always get ramen, which hey, ramen's great. I know a spot, but I feel like the ramen here is better, or the pho here is better than the ramen. She just goes from the door to my bed door. Ah, makes sense. Delete the last door. I feel like Bella just no clips, just like moves, like not walking, just like through it. My teacher today sent me to the principal's office. Oh no. Did you deserve it? Yeah, she just cheats. You shouldn't be doing anything that gets you sent to the principal's office. It's not worth that. She kind of does because I have to carry her. Oh. Poor Bella. Bella's such a gangster. She knows her worth. Yeah, you have to carry me. I only got sent to the principal's office like once or twice. Actually, I think a lot in elementary school, but like, the only major time I can remember is when I like scared someone coming out of a door, and like don't scare people basically, but like they made me call my parents, and I was bawling. Oh my gosh, someone else set you up. Oh, it was a ploy. It was a plot. She jumped on the couch next to my friend. She hasn't done that amount. I was aw. Hey, shout out to your friend then. They're the chosen one in Bella's eyes. You need to make like a cosplay or something for Bella with your 3D printer. Make her a mech. A full-on mech that she can use to conquer the world. Bear Mug needs Bella animation references. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this noise without it being super obnoxious on the microphone. Whenever Bella walks, I do imagine it's like a type beat, you know? Like I can imagine that in my head pretty vividly. Did that come out okay? Was that like not too loud? I watched the meter and it didn't. I think I've told the story behind that noise, but one time my friend followed me around for like 30 minutes doing that whenever I walked. I imagine a stone being dragged. Yeah, the classic cinder block on the street. Oh, you didn't hear? Okay. It was the Squidward walking noise. But my friend, so like the first 5 minutes of my friend doing that, it's funny, but he kept doing it, and I was like, dude, that's actually somehow making me upset, which is understandable. It's like when someone doesn't drop a bit, and you're like, okay. You know what? If this is a sinus-induced headache / migraine or whatever it is, I'm gonna have some frickin' destructive ramen tonight. I'm gonna just hard reset ramen. I was trying to get. I'll do it. This is a sound I'd be comfortable doing. Wait. I tried shifting the pitch on that one. It's like the German doi 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 doi. Actually, no. No one likes the doi doi, or a lot of people. The doi 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 is very contentious. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Get auto-modded. I wish auto-mod didn't trigger on all words. Yeah, I like the doi 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 too, but it's contentious because a lot of people don't. But everyone loves the la 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 la. That everyone loves it, and that's my Squidward walking noise is the la la. Someone gave me a sheet of paper to say something. Teacher said no cursing. Whoa! Oh no. Well, yeah. I'm not gonna be mean and be like it is your fault, but did you explain it to the principal that you were set up? What the heck? This is awful. This middle school drama is crazy. Hey, this is a lesson in of course, I'm not going to say who's wrong or right in this situation. I'm an impartial observer, but this is probably one of the biggest lessons every streamer needs to learn is to not read chat messages out loud. Because sometimes they have words that you shouldn't say in them. And yet I have a bad habit of doing that. It went fine. Okay. That's good to hear. Well, good on you for being mature, slowing down, not getting hasty and talking about it. That's very good. I actually almost did. I perched my lips or whatever to prepare to say read. I was like, and I was like, I'm so predictable. I remember this was from the user Impulse Wonder. If you guys remember Impulse Wonder, the I'm not sure if you remember their comment. It's probably one of the funniest jokes. Sorry to rank them, but like probably one of the funniest bars that I've seen in chat. It was the Kavel do this at 2,000 subscribers. I'm not going to say what he said, but oh my god, that had me laughing for so long. And I almost read that one out loud. I think I only didn't because it was automated like instantly, but what was it? I'm not saying. I'll here. I think I pinned it in the streaming channel. Let me see. I did not pin it. I may pin it later tonight. I don't know if the blue eyes gene is rare. Like I don't know in context, but it is a genealogical. Yeah, it's a trait, right? So Not the best cylinder, but I think it ain't horrible. It ain't. Darn, not in streaming channel. I know for a fact I sent it to my roommates, because it was that funny. So I'll after stream, I would go downstairs and usually talk to one, if not all, of my roommates. And they'd always, courteous. They probably didn't care that much, but they would courteously ask, like, how did stream go? And I would always tell them, like, oh, it was well, or like, this person said this. Like, I'm not sure if it was you, Bear. I think it was. It was like, I show your children Kai Cenat or something. And like, that made me laugh so hard. So stuff like that. Like, if I find, not to incentivize you guys to say unhinged things in chat, please don't. But witty humor is always appreciated. What's 9 plus 10? Why did I laugh at that? Screw you. I feel like that's the Turing test right there. To test if something's AI in the modern day. And AI Gen Z, I guess, is the best way to put it. Maybe millennial, yeah. What's the youngest millennial? Hey Siri, when was the youngest millennial born? 1981? What? You're old, dude. What the fuck? Some of my family has 6 fingers. Whoa. It's easier to play the piano. Crazy, crazy buff right there. It's a family thing. Gravity Falls reference. That's cool though. Shout out Gravity Falls, guys. I'm not sure if I was like a child, but just curious, why do you keep lore dropping a fellow chatter? Lore dropping? Oh, lore dropping fellow chatter. You're talking, yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna say like it's a horrible thing, but it's I feel like if I say unprompted, that just sounds mean. Like I don't mean it in a mean way. Wow, the 230th cylinder has just been made. I want to play Night in the Woods. Oh shoot, I don't have actual ramen. I only have like the like bowl ramen. You know what I'm talking about? And sometimes that's hit or miss. I wonder if the store is going to be open. Ooh, I'm 5 minutes with this song. Instant ramen in a bowl, yeah. And that just doesn't go as hard to me as instant ramen in pot when I put pot and then put egg and then like a meat in it. And then sometimes extra green onion. How could you go wrong? The urge to eat instant ramen right now is crazy. Posting some trig in chat. Maybe I'll get the bulldog ramen. I think I have some bulldog left. That's like the spiciest ramen that I would eat. Cause like bulldog, and the bulldog's spicy. I'm not sure if there's like normal bulldog, but it's so spicy that it isn't fun. I love spice. I love spice so much, but bulldog gets to the point where it just hurts, and I'm not having fun, and it doesn't even taste that good. I feel like a lot of people, especially where I live, get distracted by the notion of being the spiciest that they forget the importance of the spice actually having flavor. Bulldog Black, I think. I think that's the name of it. My favorite spicy ramen is Shin Ramyun, or whatever it is. That's the bomb. The red package. We all know what it is. We all know who it is. We all love. But Bulldog Black is like. Yeah, Bulldog Black. To be more specific, I had to Google it. Also, Bulldog's mascot bothers me. I think it's just the hair. Or like the half of the time it's making that face. I think it's actually the face. That's the best way to describe it. Bulldog Black is one of the spicier ones. Yeah. So I probably haven't had like saying I don't like Bulldog because it's too spicy isn't fair. I don't like Bulldog Black because it's just like too much. Too much for what I care to enjoy. Isn't Bulldog Black the one that got banned in like Sweden or the Netherlands or something because it was like too spicy? Which is an affront. It's unfair. Actually, I think my roommate didn't believe me when I said that. So we went on like a research spree to try to find like if that was actually true that it got banned. I can't remember if we Abigail, while I appreciate it, let's not spam the chat with too much stuff. I will not be doing trig this stream. Let's try to keep it either like on topic or stuff like that. They brought it back, heck yeah. Marmite is banned? Good. Is Marmite that bad? Like, is it really that bad? All right. Make sure I'm thinking. It's the Australian spread, right? That they put on their toast? Or am I I'm thinking of Vegemite. Is it? Wait, Marmite and Vegemite are like similar things, right? Source? Ah, you got censored. I can't even like that wasn't even Automod. I think that's just Twitch. Unless I like give you special perms or something. How do you know how to make the perspective? So for a box and 3-point perspective, we know that each edge is going to have a axis about this. Every axis is governed by vanishing points. So just like in real life, whenever we see something, the further away it gets smaller. And that creates something called vanishing points on the horizon or axis. This is a lot, so if you want to learn actually how to do this, both a guy named Proco on YouTube gives great perspective advice, or just the Drawbox channel itself. But whenever we draw this little y, we're establishing the axes. And then whenever we draw some of the edges, we're establishing the vanishing points. And so with a lot of practice and a lot of patience, you can get really good at estimating, or even like that's why you see me do this, is I'm guessing where the VP is, the vanishing point, and then drawing back to it to establish the other line. Fortune article, gotcha. And so yeah, with a lot of practice, we can start guessing where these vanishing points are, and then knowing where similar lines land. Once again, it's not crazy difficult, if difficult at all, but it's very hard to explain without a diagram or such. So I recommend looking up Proko, Proko, perspective, or a Marshall Vandrift perspective, but I think he teaches it on the Proko channel. I highly recommend, if you're interested, looking on that. And if you want to get more to the technical mathy stuff, not that Drosh has that mathy stuff, but if you want to get a bit more technical, Draw SH Studio, I believe, or Draw SH on YouTube, is very important. They're important, good. My brain's still not all there. But with this allows you to create boxes very easily in 3-point perspective. There's other types of perspective too, 1-point, 2-point, fisheye. I don't know the actual name of it. Is that just like 4-point perspective or 5-point? I haven't learned those things yet. I'm not ready for Thanksgiving. I've realized today that Thanksgiving is closer than like things. Or like stores are already stocking up for Halloween, which that's bad. Don't do that. Stop. Of course. But like honestly, Thanksgiving isn't high up there on my holiday tier list. Which I know may be sacrilege to some, but like Halloween, dude. It's not a holiday, but freaking just spring. These things exist and we're like, oh yay, it's Thanksgiving. Like, I'm gonna give thanks, right? I'm gonna be like, I have friends, I have an awesome family, etc. Right? I'm flexing right now. But if anyone in chat says Thanksgiving is better than Christmas, you're getting banned. Easy, breezy. Sorry. Thanksgiving is better than Christmas. Everybody say bye-bye, Jims. Bella can stay, but Jims is gone. Maybe I won't ban Quantum. Bye-bye, Jims. Bars. I can't wait to never draw a cylinder again in my life. It's been nice knowing you. We're also banning you from the Discord. And blowing up your mailbox. Welcome back, Charlie. And Ace. Oh, okay. Have a good one, James. Bye-bye. Stay well. Oof, my headache's kicking in, so it's gonna be a good time to end the stream shortly. It'd be so extra if I went to the store, because I'm only living in this house for a little bit longer, and I don't want to take the ramen with me. So I ought to eat my ramen things instead of... At least I'm above microwaving it. I will not microwave. You don't have that power? Watch me. I think I have admin perms. I'm not sure. I've never used them, if so. Can I ban Delano? I can ban people. Don't get on my bad side, or else I'll ban you. Bah. I was thinking about it last night. I don't think I ever want like a YouTube Discord. Like, let's say we had 10,000 subscribers one day. And we were like, it's time to make a Discord. No, I'm not making a Discord. It's like, I don't want to manage a Discord. I think like we're at a unique point right now where we can like, yeah, Delano's Discord exists. Because like we have a smaller community and I think that's awesome. I'd honestly prefer that, but if we ever get bigger and people are like, can I join Delano's Discord? I'm like, bring that up with him. Have to go to sleep. Okay. Some Scooby toilet edits. Good night. Oh no. Have a good one. Stay well. No more principals visits. I mean, that's kind of implied. We don't really need to draw that. You really had to include print. It's unavoidable. My dad is so obsessed with YouTube Shorts. One day I'm just gonna cut the internet and be like, you're done. It's so funny because like his YouTube is on our TV, and he watches YouTube in the evenings. We all pile together, but it's usually either like traveling vlogs or coding, or like boat repair. We don't own a boat. But hey, this guy probably knows how to repair a boat crazy style. Like he's probably on that. So much of it's like, I bought this Italian villa for $3. Okay, have a good one, Bear. I'll actually be following suit once we're done grading these. Have a good one. All that good stuff. Stay well. Doink, doink. Very surprised I was this talkative this stream given my brain ache. I'd be careful going around talking about your age on the internet. Not to be like overbearing or anything, but people could I just have really bad grammar, you're fine. People could have a malintent with that information. Man, this pin is almost dead. Come on, fight. Fight. It's like fading so fast. Come on. Survive. Tatakai. Tatakai. One more line, come on. Oof, that was a very tough one. Alrighty, we'll number these and then quick review and then we'll head to bed. After I make some killer ramen tonight, I'm so excited. Let's double triple check though that this is cylinders 226 through 230. Yes. We're so close. We're so freaking close, guys. Yep, 224 to 225. Cool. So this is going to be... Yeah, I think so. People are clambering out now that it's end of stream time, all that good stuff. So, 2, 2, 6. 7. 230. Oof, that wasn't the best handwriting, but cool. So, to wrap everything up, review time. We did this one today. No, we did this one today. Smaller, so it's a bit harder to judge. I feel like the degree shift is a bit weird. Maybe we did something weird with the bottom of ellipse because we had basically no foreshortening up here. I think it's because I stretched it a bit. The minor axis seems correct though, so it was pretty good. I feel like probably part of it is I didn't stretch the top ellipse that high for the smaller degree, and I projected downwards to get this, so it wasn't like all wonky. So maybe that's part of it. Oh, welcome, Woody. Thank you very much for the follow. I saw that earlier today. Thank you again. Yeah, I hope so too. It's been here since last stream. So I don't know what's going on. I've never had anything like this, but yeah, so I think that's everything. Stream schedule. This is the logistics part of wrapping up the stream. I'm moving into my new apartment, moving back to college, which is going to take a couple of days. I may or may not be streaming tomorrow, and then we will not be streaming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So potentially 4 days I won't be streaming. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, then stay safe for the days I'm not here. Don't forget to do something that you love for an hour a day, or at least try to, right? And yeah, so once again, thank you all very much for joining me tonight. Thank you very much, Bear, Jims, Abigail, Charlie and Ace, Woody. I think that was everybody. Thank you guys a ton, and I cannot wait to see you guys hopefully tomorrow, if not, probably next Monday. I'll keep the stream schedule updated. Okay, bye for now.